When preparing for divorce and coming up with a financial game plan, it's very important that you even know your finances. I see so many people who come to my office who just don't know what their financial circumstances are because the other spouse manages the finances, pays all the bills. They just don't have a clue. So it's very important to start gathering information, getting copies of your bank statements, getting copies of your tax returns, and just gathering as much financial information as possible so that you and your attorney can evaluate and strategize over your next steps. Additional documents that you should consider gathering and making copies of and just bringing to your attorney include not only copies of your bank statements, but if there is a business involved, if you can get your hands on any copies of financial documents pertaining to the business, or if there are mortgages, credit card debts, school debts, any other debts that may have been accumulated during the marriage, getting documentation and proof of that. If there are expensive pieces of jewelry or special artwork, just anything that was expensive that was acquired during the marriage, and your proof of the purchase price, proof of an appraisal for those items, those are some invaluable documents that you can gather in advance of your divorce. When looking for the right representation for your divorce, it's very important to ask questions. So you'll probably be calling a number of attorneys and interviewing them by asking, do they have experience in divorce? Do they have experience with the types of issues that you might face in your divorce? For instance, if there are mental health issues or other types of issues that need to be dealt with, how long and how many years of experience your attorney has with respect to divorces, how much do they charge, also your interaction and your communication with the attorney. Do you feel comfortable with them? Another question to ask and to understand is the payment structure. Is this a flat fee type of situation where you're going to pay a flat fee for certain services from the attorney, or is it going to be a retainer basis where you might be charged hourly for their time? What does the payment structure look like? What are those hourly rates? This way, when you get started, you won't feel surprised when the bill arrives. When someone is considering divorce and they might be examining all the different types and the ways of getting divorced in New York, such as mediation or collaborative divorce or lawyering up and going to court, how would I give advice as to how or which method is appropriate for you? It really depends upon the circumstances. Certainly, if you're going to consider mediation or collaborative divorce, well, you need the participation of your spouse. So if your spouse isn't going to agree to participate in either of those processes, then unfortunately, those two options are off the table. And you'll have no choice but to lawyer up. But even if you do decide to lawyer up, all is not lost. You don't necessarily have to go through a whole mean legal battle. It is possible that just you and your spouse will each be separately represented, and perhaps your attorneys can help you both reach an amicable agreement. If you have any additional questions about what you need to know prior to divorce in terms of document preparedness and who's the right lawyer for you, what's the right method of divorce for you, please give Sabra Law Group a call for a consultation.